Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I know a lot of you guys have been requesting that I do a story on this young girl. And I'm not going to lie, it was very hard to even know how I want to address this situation because once again, I feel like everything I'm saying that I've been saying for the past few weeks is just slowly, steadily coming to pass. Now, you guys all know I've been having my issues with Facebook Live. And I said that Facebook Live is breeding a bunch of narcissists who are continuously, doing their crimes on camera, who want instant gratification. You're also having people committing suicide on Facebook Live. So as we all remember, this past Easter weekend, we had the killing of Mr. Robert Godwin by the hands of Steve Stevens, who basically walked up to him on Facebook Live. He told his audience he was going to kill the first person that he saw. He told the older man to say Joy Lane, and he literally killed him right there in front of the world. So unfortunately, because of that, you have copycats. You have people who weren't disturbed by that, like normal people. You have young people now who think that that's an okay thing to do and they don't see anything wrong with that. And here is the case of Serena McKay. So Serena McKay was a 19-year-old young girl. She had went missing back on April 22nd. She was reported missing to the police around 6 p.m. That was the last time that her family had seen her. So people have been looking for her. They couldn't find her. Later on Sunday around 8 p.m., one of the neighbors found her bruised and battered body. And they ended up calling the police and they made the positive identification. So at this point in time, nobody knew there was any type of connection, okay? There were two other young girls, and they were 16 and 17 years old. And I'm going to show their picture, and I'm also going to say their names. I don't play that bullshit about, oh, they're minors. No, these bitches, yes, they're minors, but they're also killers. So they don't have any sympathy for me on my channel, okay? So the first girl here, her name is Christy Jacobs. This trash bag basically said she heard a rumor about Serena messing with her man. Didn't know if the rumor was true. I think a lot of it stemmed from jealousy because Serena looked like a really beautiful girl. This other trash bag here, her name is Lene Cook. She is Chrissy Jacobs' best friend. So they decided to basically lure Serena to where they were, and they proceeded to whoop her ass on Facebook Live in front of the world. So people are watching this on Facebook Live, and when I tell you, I don't know if they knew the damage they were doing to Serena, but I feel like they did because you kept hearing the girl saying, I want to kill her. If you tell anybody that we're doing this, we're going to fucking kill you. I had the unfortunate pleasure of viewing that video, and that's probably one of the sickest videos I've watched in a long time. I had to stop when it got close to the end. When I was hearing her bones in her face break, those are sounds I don't think I'm ever going to get out of my ears, to tell you the truth. Those are sounds, I don't even know what I can compare it to, because I used to eat meat back in the day, and I know like when you crack a chicken bone, it was worse than that. Like those sounds, that's a sound that's never ever going to leave my psyche. To hear how they beat that girl, to hear that girl's bones breaking in her face, to hear her saying sorry, pleading for her life. When I tell you, I don't know what's going on with this world, but there's something just, and I'm not trying to be super spiritual for all of you guys who are atheists and stuff, but there's something I feel like is demonic going on. When you can beat somebody to death with witnesses on Facebook Live over a rumor, okay? Not because she came to your house and did something to you physically or put her hands on you physically, over a rumor, and not think that there's any repercussions for this. Imagine they really thought it was okay to not only beat this girl to death, hide her body, and then went to school the next day like it was no big deal. Meanwhile, they were on Facebook Live. You could clearly see them clear as day. You could see the blood on their shirts and the anger and the words that were coming out their mouth. That was some demonic ass shit. The principal said that he felt like those girls had to be high because you had to be high to do something that evil. Nah, we're not going to blame drugs. They're just some evil people in this world. I don't care how high. I know a lot of people get high and they don't sit there and beat people to death on Facebook Live. It's more than just being high. There's something wrong with society today that a lot of these kids think that this type of behavior is okay and there's no ramifications for their behavior. Now, the craziest thing is I found some extra tea. After they beat the girl, you can see Christy Jacobs. She goes on Snapchat at 1:12 a.m. Somebody sent me this. And she writes, "I've been chilling." But if you look at her shirt, this bitch has blood stains on her sweatshirt from Serena's blood. And she has a smile on her face. There's blood on her chin. Her hands are bloody. I mean, she looks like a demon in this picture. Then she proceeds to text her friend, okay? Because now rumors are starting to get around. So I think this is the next day, probably Sunday. Yeah, this was the day after they found Serena's body. This is a screenshot that somebody else sent. And they're basically saying, "She was found dead, bro. Promise me, say when we fought, it wasn't that bad. Her nose was just bleeding. Lots. Lene, I'm fucking scared. Promise me you won't tell him I found her deadly. Please, bro. Say after we closed the door, she left. She just walked away. Say okay, because she wasn't around the house when they found her, I think." And so that was a screenshot that somebody ended up posting onto their Facebook page. But that was a conversation that Lene and Chrissy were having with each other. And they're using words like bro and shit like that. But it shows you how delusional these kids are. That they're thinking that, even though they put on Facebook Live, it's not like somebody walked upon them with a video camera. They stream this live, okay? And they're still thinking that they can basically fool the police and fool the public into thinking that they weren't there. Just say that she left after she left my house and we haven't seen her since. Bitch, you put it on Facebook Live. What the fuck were y'all thinking? I mean, the whole situation is just crazy. It's heartbreaking. Like I said, I'll never get the sounds out my head. I want you guys to go ahead and watch the news clip. And I also want you guys to go ahead and watch an update. They had her funeral this past Monday. She was laid to rest. So go ahead and check this out. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
A cold, gray, and somber evening here on the Sagang First Nation where a sacred fire burns and hundreds of people came to a vigil to mourn Serena McKay. A lot of sorrow here, not just for a life lost, but also the fact that the two people accused in her murder are also teenage girls from this community, which is very sensitive to the issue of murdered Indigenous women. There's also a lot of anger here over the purported video of her assault that was posted to social media. Many people asking, if her assault could have been videotaped, then why couldn't it have been stopped? Why wouldn't someone put down a camera and intervene to stop the attack? So a lot of questions going forward here about the investigation. Also, there are a lot of people now looking at this moment as a critical moment for the First Nation going forward, saying that this is pointing a big light towards many of the problems facing youth here. A general lack of opportunity and widespread drug addiction.
The community needs to open up their eyes on the younger generation of the way how these young generation drink.
I'm hoping that the one thing this death did do was to trigger the healing that Sagang actually needs from the youth themselves.
As for that video, CBC News has made the editorial decision not to broadcast any portion of it. Facebook has also said it's removed it and will do so again if it's posted again. In the meantime, the RCMP say the video is part of their investigation, which was helped by the sheer number of people here on Sagang that shared it with them once it showed up in their Facebook feeds. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News on the Sagang First Nation.
Today was all about celebrating Serena McKay's life and not focusing on her death. It was an incredibly heartbreaking but moving service. Every pew at this Winnipeg church was full. A number of family and friends traveled from surrounding communities and as far away as Alberta to be here. We learned Serena preferred to go by the name Serenity. She grew up in Winnipeg but had ties to Pine Falls, Peguis, and George Gordon First Nation. She was remembered as joyful and funny with a passion for music and taking photos. Her kokum, her great aunt, spoke about Serena's dreams to work up north and visit the mountains and the ocean. She says her heart is shattered by the loss. Serena was set to graduate grade 12 this June, and the family was pleased to learn she will be granted her diploma posthumously. Seguin Anishinaabe High School is also setting up a scholarship in her name. Her brother and close friend both got up and played the guitar and some of her favorite songs. Alma Kakakapenes is the elder who found Serena's body. She came to pay tribute to the teen and find out more about the young woman who she never met.
She came here to teach us, and we need to follow that change. She came here to teach us about the missing and murdered. This is number 12 that I'm aware of in Seguin, and everybody says it never should have happened, but it did. And we need to move on and heal now.
That was one of the key themes from the pastor and the family today. They asked everyone to make it their resolve to keep young people and Indigenous women safe. The family also expressed their gratitude for the outpouring of support from across the country. Jill Kubra, CBC.
All right, so you guys just saw that news clip, and you guys just saw bits of her funeral, and I'm glad it was more of a celebration for that young girl, but that young girl did not deserve to lose her life in that manner. She was getting ready to graduate this year and, pursue whatever she wanted to pursue in life. Her possibilities were literally endless and limitless. And because of these two demonic-ass chicks, they literally snuffed her life over nothing more than a rumor. I don't give a damn if she was sleeping with both their boyfriends at the same damn time. Doesn't warrant taking somebody's life, especially in the manner in which they took her life. That was just pure evil, pure jealousy, and it makes no sense that you have 16 and 17-year-old girls who can become that evil and that twisted, and to also broadcast what they're doing to the world. So y'all thought I was playing when I told y'all this whole Facebook Live situation is only going to get worse before it gets better. Too many narcissistic people in this world who want instant gratification, who want to look like Billy badasses, because at this point in time in this world, even because unfortunately for us in this world, it's better to be infamous than not known at all. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire disturbing situation concerning the death of Serena McKay and these two girls. I posted the tea on both these chicks. They get no sympathy here. I don't give a damn if they're 16 and 17. They need to be exposed. Chrissy Jacobs and Lene Cook. Let me know your thoughts on this entire disturbing situation of them beating her to death on Facebook Live. Go ahead and leave a comment. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.